What is next for Max Holloway? Well, after getting knocked out by Ilya Taporia at UFC 308, what is next for him? We're still going to fight Dustin Poirier for a third time since Dustin Poirier just called out Max Holloway and both are coming off a loss. And we'll check out Max Holloway winning this fight. Now, yes, both are great strikers, have a lot of power experience. Both have been very active and both have great resumes. And yes, Dustin Poirier's grappling and ground game is way better, but Max Holloway's kick and punch output is going to be way too much for Dustin Poirier, and Dustin Poirier will be falling behind on the scorecards. The only way Dustin Poirier beats Max Holloway is if he knocks him out, which is not possible as we have seen in their second fight. Now, the next fight for Max Holloway is a fight against Dan Hooker, since Dan Hooker called out Max Holloway, and which I got Max Holloway beating Dan Hooker for the same reason I got Max Holloway beating Dustin Poirier. But with Dan Hooker, it's going to be even worse because Dustin Poirier has a great resume, but Dan Hooker's resume is trash. Mateos Gramrot is the best fighter Dan Hooker has beaten. There's just no way Dan Hooker beats Max Holloway.
Now, the true answer for what's next for Max Holloway is that his career is kind of over in the featherweight division, and he's going to be known as the guy who is the third best. And I say that because he's not becoming champion at featherweight, considering that he lost to Volkanovski 3 times, who got knocked out by Ilya Taporia, and who Max Holloway just got knocked out by. And he's definitely not succeeding at lightweight. So I believe that the best move for him is to go at lightweight and find a fight against Dustin Poirier, Justin Gaethje, or Dan Hooker, since those guys are capable of putting up a crazy fight with Max Holloway, which will be good so we can see who's the real BMF and who deserves the BMF title. And it's also good just so those 3 guys can have an opportunity of making a crazy fight happen against Max Holloway before they retire. So let me tell you how it will go. If Max Holloway sticks at featherweight, I'm assuming that he's only going to be taking the big fight. So I see him losing again to both Ilya Taporia and Alexander Volkanovski, but I do see him piecing up Diego Lopez. And if he goes on to fight the winner between Movsar Evloev versus Aljamain Sterling, well, I believe that he could be in trouble there. Doesn't matter who he fights out of those 2 because both are very good wrestlers, and we always see that the dominant wrestlers always take advantage and always beat the strikers. Doesn't matter how much of an elite striker somebody is. So his featherweight career is over with because he's not becoming champion in that division. But again, he does have the chance of making some good and entertaining fights at lightweight, but he won't become champion in there as well.